Welcome back. Hal here with Take on Mars. So, yeah, last time I was doing a little bit of off-camera stuff and I crashed one of my landers. What I am going to do this time is to see what do we have left to accomplish, because this one still has... I've only completed 66% of the mission. Let's see what we've got left here. Oh, I'm missing the photo, and it's a major one. I can't complete it without the photo. So, let's see if we can... You know what? Let's go on to a different mission. We'll just go ahead and do this one. So we need to analyze, explore. Okay. Take a look at the vehicles that are available. We haven't completed any of it. Alright. Yeah, see, it takes us 600k to launch this thing, so let's go ahead and launch it. I know, we're losing money on it. Alright. Let's see. So what we're trying to do is to get as close to the center on here as possible. Oh, close enough for government work. So what we're going to do is what you're going to see is I've actually been investing in the technology. So as you can see, I've got fuel for my lander, better camera than what we've had previously. Night vision is still useless. We're in autopilot on the way down. So as you can see, I've got all the cameras. Last time I broke my cameras off. I was very sad. So now what we're doing is just waiting for us to actually land. Hopefully this thing's gonna level itself out before it smashes into the, the terrain there. So what happened was that last time where I was trying to set down was very rocky, and the AI, the autopilot, was having trouble resolving a landing position, so I took over manually. Was able to land, but I wasn't aware of one of the rocks next to my landing position, and just, yeah, smashed the cameras right into the rock. I was able to complete everything else in that mission, but it was rather sad because I didn't get the things that I wanted done. So, let's see where we are. Alright. So... there we go. Alright, so what we need here... Alright, so we're going to try and get the pictures. So what we're trying to do is to get as many of the little crosshairs you see out there into one shot as possible. Let me go with the telephoto for this one. Make sure we've got everything here. Is that everything? It looks like that should be everything. Let's take a look here. We'll check our mission log. We've completed 63% of our overall mission. We still need to analyze. So let's kick over to the scientific equipment. Alright, so what you'll see is this colorized box that tells us where we're trying to aim for. So you want to be within the mission area, which is where we are now. And oh, interesting. Why was there no target in range? Okay, so oh, there it is. No. Interesting. Oh, that's why. No, I don't want that. I want the EAS one. Okay. Select. Aha. See if that works better. Yeah, so now we're able to capture the environmental. Sorry, I haven't played in like a week or so, so I forgot all the controls. So what you need to do is, once you have the appropriate probe selected, you start the capture process, or in this case we're capturing atmosphere. Sometimes you have to probe the soil. It just depends on what you're doing at each of the locations. So as you can see, there's a small progress meter telling you that it's capturing. If you move the instrument, it will basically waste that usage, and you have to start that capture over again, and you only get 10 uses out of each of the attached probes. So you don't want to be wasting those. So the only thing left is photo, right? Yep. Okay, so photo is the only thing left. We are going to go here, and we want the camera. No, I don't want to probe soil. Go to the camera. Thank you. Okay. So now what we need to do is to find all of the... Oh, there's one. Okay. That was the last of the missions. We have completed all of our missions. So we can now go back to the control center, and we are going to disconnect from this probe. And see how much we actually got for completing that. So we have 500k there, 150, so 650k. So we made 50k off of that mission. Could I have done it cheaper? Yeah. The probe that I've got out there is way over equipped for what we really need it for. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually go and rebuild our probe. Our lander. Let's see. So it's doing an environmental, so I don't need any of the ground probes, and it's just a lander. So I can get away with probably doing a very inexpensive launcher here. Let's see. Yeah, we can do it. We can get away with just using this one, I think. Let me make sure. So I've got no pictures that I need to worry about. It is just analyzing and hitting the target. So let's go ahead and use this one then. Because what's going on is you really need to be aware of how much you're spending on your missions, because you don't want to lose money on your launch. So we're trying to do is to make sure that we are actually making the money that we need to on each mission. The other problem is that you can run into a situation where you have to launch more than one mission to get there. Looks like the only thing we are needing to worry about is the environmental. Yeah, just the environmental and hitting our landing site. So that's fine. As you can see, this is an older probe that I've built, so it has older camera technology, so you don't get all the nice features, bells and whistles that you do on the new one. The newer cameras that I have unlocked are high resolution, full color, they capture video. And once we are here, we're going to capture what we need. Looks like we landed in the middle of a dust storm, so my camera lenses have taken a little bit of damage. Hopefully we'll get this done before the cameras are destroyed from the environment. Not normally a situation you have to worry about, but it is sometimes there. The worst thing that happens is when you launch in the middle of a radiation storm. Oh, your sensors go offline, you can't do anything with the probe, and if you're lucky, you'll get it back when you're done. If you're not, you won't recover your probe. And we're done. Awesome. Okay. And that is pretty much this game in a nutshell. And all you really are doing at this point is researching new technologies. Let's go to the lab, because I want to build a lander. Alright, so we're going to do construction. So we're going to create a new vehicle. So my small lander base price is $250,000. Right. So we select the skeleton, and these are all of the. We'll do it the easier way. So I've got a small arm I can put on there. You have to put the robotic arm on the lander in order to mount anything under here. So one of the things that you can mount in here are things like the environmental analysis station or the soil analysis probe. As you can see, these actually, you can't mount this until you put an arm on it. So if you put an arm on, just click the green spot. Now you can put the probe in, and as you can see, this actually gave 2 spots to mount equipment. Depending on the mission that you're doing, you may or may not need to have things here. One of the other things to keep in mind is that you do also have the ability to mount cameras to it. So if there's something that you're trying to get detailed shots on, you would actually put a camera on one of those locations. If you wanted to have a landing camera or a navigations camera, you would put it here on the inclined, and then on the verticals you put your normal telemetry cameras. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff. As you can see, I actually have different types of solar panels. I can actually put solar cells in for longer term missions if I was going to do something where I was trying to ensure I had enough power to do a study on, say, one of the solar storms. I would put a solar cell on it and then put an environmental station on there, and that would actually allow me to get long-term ongoing information, which is what you really need for the environmental storms. So, but yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I really do enjoy this. So that shows you what we can build so far. We're going to go ahead and discard this guy, because we want to look, let's exit construction, we want to look at the tech tree. So what you can see here is as I said, I've been unlocking some technology. I've really been focusing on the optics and electronics because that gives me the most missions from each of the mission platform, be it either just the regular probe or the lander chassis. Next chassis up is going to be the 0G. I actually have enough to unlock this right now. What this is the 0G probe, or actually the orbital probes. You put these into orbit around the planet, and as your technology increases, you get better ability to report on what's going on the planet. Do I need the micro image camera? Let's see. Oh, you need it for the chemistry laser spectrometer. So yeah, I will need to get that at some point. I think what I'm going to do now, though, is just go ahead. Let's see. This is the small rover in station. I'm not going to do the rovers yet. This one is. Oh, I might do that. I don't know. So, broad spectrum radiation. So this is if I want to do more of the geology and geological survey information. Again, as you unlock these, this will increase the number of missions you have available at each of the spots on Mars and in Mars orbit. Yes, I do need to research that. And then, what else do I need? This is for the lander, I believe, for the, oh no, 0G probe. Okay, and that is going to be about all I can do right now. Actually, I have enough, right? Alright, so that's 9 hours on that. What's got the longest research time? We're going to skip ahead a little bit. That's 7 hours. So I think 9 hours is the longest. Alright. Let's go ahead and close here. We're going to skip ahead 9 hours. And that should give me... yeah, this should give me all of the technology unlocked there. Yep. Awesome. And see, we've got a weather warning at Victoria Crater, so if I had a lander, if I had an environmental probe there, the weather station, I would be actually able to do surveys on that. Which is kind of unfortunate that I don't. So that's our 0G. This is what's going to be put into orbit around the Mars. So we're going to select that skeleton. Let's go for our antenna. I only have a low gain. Alright. So we're going to put low gain on there. Let's see, what cameras do we want? Lots of cameras that we can place in there. Let's go. These are going to be, this is going to be an expensive ground navigation. Let's put the multi-zoom in there. And then we will put a couple of, put an advanced there. That there, and then let's for the power sources. We're going to put a solar cell. And actually, do we have? All right. So let's look at our camera, see what we have available still. I'm going to do. Let's just do some wide angles on these, so no matter which way we're going, we get, you know, at least some video. And let's hope that that will provide us with enough power. Alright. So what we're going to do is put 2 chemical batteries on this thing. And we will go ahead and save that as our 0G Probe 1. And when we come back next time, we'll actually see if we have the money to launch one of these things. So thanks again to everybody. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Both of those will keep you in the loop, as well as help me know which episodes and which series you enjoy the most. And if you want to see more, make sure you leave that note and any other comments or feedback you have down in the comments section below. And as always, folks, take care out there and be safe.